the dragon suddenly descended from the sky, landing directly in front of the prince. It opened its chest, revealing its beating heart, scaring the prince into a hasty retreat. The dragon seized the opportunity and fled with the man and the girl. They arrived at King Arthur's tomb, where the dragon finally revealed the truth. It had given half its heart to the prince, hoping that upon its death, it would become a star in the Draco Constellation. It never anticipated that its half-heart, instead of changing the prince for the better, would only fuel his tyranny. Now, sharing a heart with the prince, the only way to liberate the people from his oppressive rule was to kill the prince. After making preparations, they launched a surprise attack on the castle. The dragon unleashed its fiery breath, reducing the castle to ruins. The soldiers, witnessing the destruction, quickly organized a defense. But against such overwhelming power, human weapons were utterly useless. Faced with the formidable dragon, the soldiers were forced to protect the prince and flee the castle, seeking refuge in the forest. Seeing that the prince had fallen into their trap, the companion hiding in the trees shot a sharp arrow, piercing the prince's heart. Simultaneously, the dragon fell from the sky, captured by the soldiers. At that moment, the wounded prince realized he wasn't dead. He understood that his fate was now intertwined with the dragon's. As long as the dragon lived, he would not die. With this realization, the prince immediately rushed back to the castle, attempting to stop the dragon slayers from killing the dragon. Fortunately, the prince arrived just in time to prevent the dragon slayers from carrying out their task. Gazing upon the captured dragon, the prince wore a satisfied smirk. Under the cover of night, the man stealthily infiltrated the castle and found the dragon bound by iron chains. Just as the man was about to free the dragon told him that the only way to kill the prince now was to kill itself, thereby solving the problem once and for all. Hearing this, the man hesitated, unable to bring himself to do it. To force the man's hand, the dragon breathed fire at him. However, even facing intense heat, the man still couldn't strike. Just then, the prince appeared, holding the girl hostage. To save her, the dragon bit its own arm. The prince, feeling the same pain, immediately dropped his sword, and the girl was spared. Seeing the prince charging at them in frenzy, the man had no choice but to end the dragon's life. Simultaneously, the prince collapsed, showing no signs of life. Seeing that everything was finally over, the dragon peacefully closed its eyes. The man was overwhelmed with grief. But in the next instant, the dragon transformed into a beam of light, ascending to the heavens, becoming the brightest star in the Draco Constellation.